Hi, beautiful Libran seekers. I am really happy to sit with you today and talk about the energies coming up for you because they are quite powerful. Cardinal energies right now are getting some interesting infusions going on, and it's been really fascinating to watch your growth and development through the way that the energies have been working with you. I mean, right away, August is kind of cool for you guys because your ruling sign Venus is going to come on home to you guys on the 6th. And I think that will give you a little bit of an edge in the month of August. It's a little bit of a wild ride. We have all this retrograde action. We're going to be the first half of the month. We're in the midst of eclipse season. And we're hitting an eclipse in Leo in your 11th house. We have Mercury retrograde for a good chunk of the month in your 11th house in Leo. We also have Uranus going retrograde on the 7th of August in your 8th spiritual house. And the note that I had, the word that I had for you guys was dualism. And not in the sense of, you being of split mind. That actually I don't think is an issue for you this month. I think I'm seeing a lot of clarity coming your way. I'm seeing there be a lot of precision and clarity for you. And I think going into August, you already know. You already know what you're working with. You already know where you are. However, so there is dualism because on the surface you have Venus in your sign. You have a lot of energy in Leo, which is very helpful for Librans because this is about your social, your community, and the people around you. And I always am happy when I see Librans surrounded by people that love them and having that community support. But you also have Uranus going retrograde in Taurus in your 8th house and in this spiritual realm of your heart. And that is a really interesting thing because it's a time of integration. It's a time where we kind of have to go inward when it comes to those things. And so there's a double layer going on for Librans in the sense that on the surface, things are moving forward. There's love, there's excitement, there's energy moving your way. And underneath the surface, you're starting on a spiritual journey. Mercury does go direct on August 19th. I'm going to start shuffling. Queen of Swords. See, there's your mind being very clear and direct. And I really like that for you all. There isn't confusion about what you want. You guys know what you want. 10 of Cups. You know what you want. You are set. And what's really interesting is I had another note. And that was that there is an element of surprise that will help sweep you into this new territory. It's that whole idea of sometimes, we've asked for the things. I think a lot of you have been really taking the time to set down new manifestations for yourself. You've really taken the time of the last couple of months. Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful energy, Libra. You guys you're coming with the really good energy this month. You're some of the most centered energy I have actually worked with this month for August. There is an element of surprise helping to sweep you forward. And partially that's because in August you are getting highlights in a few different areas. So you're getting Uranus retrograde in your 8th house. Very personal. Secretive space. We are heading into Virgo season on the 23rd. 12th house energy, gearing up for Libra season. It's the pre-game of Libra season when we're in Virgo season, and there's where your truly spiritual secret house is. Page of Swords. We have your community energy, which is in Leo, in the 11th house, getting lit up and highlighted with Mercury retrograde, with the new moon partial solar eclipse in Leo on August 11th, and just it being Leo season. There's a lot going on for you. And one of the things I'm noticing, 8 of Cups, you are stepping into a new version of yourself, and this has already been started. A lot of this started a couple of months ago for you. There was some drama, there was some shakeup. I got goosebumps when I said that. There were some things that had to be moved out of your life and out of the way so that you could live a life that felt more authentic to you and that felt that you were safe and cared for. A lot of that work's already been done. And that I think was a surprise in and of itself, because it was like, oh, I am in this new territory and I am becoming this new person and I am starting to have these new relationships and these new experiences and this new way of doing things. And I'm figuring out what that feels like for me. And I know now how to honor myself. I know now how to be very clear on what I want. High Priestess, there's that 12th house secretive spiritual energy with you guys, which I think will be really good. You have all that knowledge. Now in August, with some of the retrogrades, it's helping you to get your head around this idea of who you're going to become next. I'm getting goosebumps because I think, Libra, this is a month where you may find that you are getting downloads of the next chapter of your life. And that's happening for a lot of signs, but I'm really seeing it. The Lovers. I see, as I said, next chapter, this card popped out. You're getting downloads about what that looks like. And you're getting excited. This is tingles. This is excitement. And there is an infusion of energy coming, 3 of Cups. Fun. There is an infusion of energy coming from a surprise direction that will help you continue to build this new life. I do not think this surprise will be something destructive or stressful. I think you've already been through that in the spring or fall, in April, May, June. For sure, a lot of things were cleared up, moved away. July also was a little bit with that. August, we're now lining up with this new vibration for you guys. So let's talk about these cards. And before I do, actually, just a couple more notes. So we have Virgo season shifting into your 12th house, into your secret house, into your spiritual house. A lot of times we get bumps of infusions of energy in that 12th house energy, even though it can slow you down a little bit and have you go internal for a little bit. A lot of times this can secretly help us, and that's where the surprise may come in, that angelic kind of force coming in from behind the scenes. We also have a full moon in Pisces in your 6th house of your physical body, how you're taking care of yourself, how you're taking care of your daily routines. That may be something that gets highlighted where you kind of see where you want to make those changes to fit even more perfectly in with this next stage of your life. And then we have Mars going direct in Capricorn at the end of the month, which will just be helpful for all of us because we're getting all of these downloads. You're going to be seeing the big picture. To have Mars go direct, to have Mercury go direct, to get into Virgo season, it feel so much easier to start implementing what you want to be doing and who you want to be next. So let's talk about these cards because they are kind of amazing. So you know how I was saying at the beginning of this reading, I'm like, I can feel you guys out and I can see that you are very clear on what you want. And here you are in the Queen of Swords. I'm really excited to see this. And you may be around people who are also good direct communicators. One thing that is going on is your communication energy around the people around you is getting lit up this month. There is a lot there that you may be noticing how you communicate and how you connect with others is getting a bit of a shakeup sometimes, but I also feel like this is just clarity. This is just clarity for Libra. And I really like to see that after you guys had to kind of go through the woods a little bit. This year, 2018, has been really interesting for you all. There's been a lot of steep learning curves. And now we're here at the space where it is you with this clear insight. You know where you're headed. And you're headed to somewhere really beautiful. 10 of Cups. Yeah. That is about building on something that I think began in July for a lot of you. A lot of you, this is a deep partnership, long-term happiness. I know our Libra too, who definitely will be happy to see this. I'm happy to see it for you guys and to feel it for you guys. There's a clarity here. There is no doubt. There's no doubt that this is right for you. And it doesn't have to just be relationships. If you're in a committed relationship, great omen for that. If you are really focused on a creative endeavor, something that connects with your heart, this is really good energy for you. This is a guarantee that you are headed to a long-term path that is about you building over a number of years. Things that build slowly and steadily like this into the 10 of Cups are things that last, things that take a little bit of time to fully form, to fully congeal. That's an interesting word, fully congeal, they take that time. They take that time to fully map out, but here it is. It's here. It's here with you guys. And if it's not happening this month, I guarantee you, you will be having dreams, you will be having journaling experiences, you will be having those downloads where you can see it. And you understand how it's going to happen, and you can see yourself in the next version of yourself. And what's really nice is to see the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. So once again, communication, there's a lot of talking this month. Be a little careful. You know, I'm not super superstitious. I'm not very superstitious about Mercury retrograde. But one thing to notice about it, it's a way for us to recalibrate how we communicate, how we speak, and make sure that we are very clear in our intentions and how we speak to others and how we represent ourselves. So that's one of these things that's coming up for you all, because it's Leo season, and for you, that's just the way it hits is with your community. I do see you surrounded by some very good people though here. Queen of Pentacles energy is so grounded and giving and caring. This is about self-care. This is about slowing down and savoring. And you may be noticing that that is a big theme for you this month. Slowing down and savoring and feeling really good about it. You know, Venus is home with you guys, so you have this wonderful warmth around you. And I think you will find that you have a glow about you that people find really entrancing. And people are going to want to communicate with you, and people are going to want to share with you. Now, one thing to keep in mind with you all is I think you are eager to share, and I think you are eager for the next stage, and I think you are eager to be sharing in this abundance that I'm seeing here with the Queen of Pentacles, Page of Swords. There's an eagerness. There's a wildness almost here. But I do think you all may be noticing that where you would normally just dive in and start going, you take a moment and you pause and you take it in and you look around and then you speak. You may be noticing the way that this Mercury and Mars retrograde action is hitting you, and the way that, you know, the Uranus and Taurus energy is hitting you, and just the way this eclipse season is hitting you, that you just take those little moments. And I think that's really beautiful, because there's anything that's going to last with you, anything that's going to stick around with you, which basically the things around you this month are things that are going to continue on for you. Any of those beautiful good things are just sticking around. That you don't need to be acting rashly or quickly in order for it to come about. However, that Page of Swords is quite intriguing, because Page of Swords is an infusion, and there's that element of surprise I was saying. Page of Swords can kind of come in and give you information, clarity, insight, a new opportunity that you didn't know you wanted or didn't know you needed, that actually makes whatever this beautiful Ten of Cups, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles energy that's fomenting around you even stronger, even clearer, even crisper, even more beautiful than you thought it could be. So there is an element of trust and faith as well. But there's something about you guys where I feel like that is actually the mode you're in this month. There's a lot of faith, like just knowing the right components are coming in. And I think it's partially that you have very supportive energies around you that help you to relax and help you to just get to be that beautiful, wonderful being that you are, and get to just enjoy, you know, your humor and your intelligence and your ability to banter and your ability to relate on a lot of different levels, and to bring in your knowledge of all of these, you know, of world events, of literature, of all these things that you have in your mind. I think sometimes when you have all this stress around you, you don't get to share all of that. And there's something about this month where it's like you finally just get to have that, and I really love it. Now, the second half of this month does get into some interesting territory, because we are starting to get into your 12th house, and we are starting to get to more of this secret spiritual side of Librans. So the first half of the month is very like sweet and soft and gentle, and you're just building up some beautiful traditions. The second half of the month, we start here with the Eight of Cups and the Queen, or in the High Priestess. This is that watery journey. This is Uranus and Taurus going retrograde. This is Virgo season. This is a transformational energy right here. And there is a sense of traveling, of leaving behind, of shedding an old skin, of becoming something new, and truly being okay with the loss of old things that no longer serve you. So it's, like I said, that dualism that I was feeling for you guys when I was writing your notes up is holding true here, because you have all the support, you have the big vision, you are feeling love, you are finding love, you are connecting with people, your community is doing really well. There's very little drama. It's a lot of support for you and your energy, which you really need. You need that infusion, and here it is. But underneath the surface, there is an understanding going on. And maybe this is why I'm feeling a slower energy with Libra a little bit, with the savoring and slowing down. It may have to do with the fact that this Eight of Cups High Priestess energy is about really being okay with something that was in the past and letting it go and leaving it behind. It's a very deeply spiritual process to go through this. And it can be a little bit lonely, and it's something that maybe you need to go retract and be in a private space to reconcile this, because you can't carry this weight around. That is one thing I will say, Libra, this month. If you carry the old with you, it will muck up, it will slow down all this new stuff that's coming in for you. So if you can take some time to sit with whatever this is that's no longer serving, and it can be some simple stuff. Maybe some of you are moving or even doing something like that that's really positive, but yet you have to say goodbye to an old version of yourself. Take a moment to integrate that, because it will hit, you will be feeling it. You will be feeling it. You will be feeling the need to rest a little bit more near the end of the month. You will be feeling the need to take that extra time, take that self-care time to journal, to reflect, because internally you're doing that, and externally you have the Lovers and the Three of Cups. And that is a completely different energy, because now we're looking at jubilation, celebration, connection, community, conversations, building, making plans, falling in love, committing to things, moving in together, making new plans. Making new plans, making new plans, making new plans. That's the phrase that just keeps coming up. There's a lot of vision this month for you. A ton of vision. And you are going to be making plans, buying those plane tickets, getting into the deep conversations, having a fun time sharing of your knowledge and your knowing and your spiritual side, and having a lot of fun with it. And that's fantastic, but there's this other side of you that really needs to be taken care of. So for those ambiverts out there, the introvert-extrovert combos, the 49, 51% people, which side you're going to need to find a good balancing point with those sides. And I think Libras, that's often the case with you, that you need to find that balancing point. But I see a lot of you with love, romance, friendship, an infusion of really good people around you. Relationships are extremely good for you this month. All of them. Friendship and love. And I'm looking at what the two cards I was pulling from my Cosmic Tarot. Two cards came out, the Moon and the High Priestess. So it's it's shifting my focus here for these to be the last two cards that come out, because, well, the High Priestess come out twice for you, right? And the Moon is also about the secret, intuitive, internal side of us, the hidden subconscious. That's coming up as a huge theme for you, Libra. So all your relationships are doing really well. There is something deep within you that needs a little bit of love and attention. This shift with this Eight of Cups over here, there's something going on there. The gear is shifting. You're getting into a new groove. Speaking of like records, old record players, you move the needle into a new groove, into a new track. There's something going on underneath the surface with you guys where that is happening. And I think it's all facilitating this beautiful infusion of love and community and support and making plans. It's very supportive of that. But it's also like you have to sit there and make sure you're checking in with this spiritual side of yourself, because it's key in continuing that, and key into pushing forward into this new relationship, into this new partnership, into this new creative venture, into this life where you are having a lot of abundance. Anywhere that maybe you feel unworthy, undeserving, or nervous about it will need a moment to be integrated. Anywhere where you feel like old baggage, old ways of viewing yourself needs to be addressed. Let it come through. With the Leo eclipse, with the Pisces full moon, the moons are always helpful for these things to kind of give us that moment to reflect and connect. So, this month is beautiful for you. I think right out of the gate, I love the fact that we shoot into August right out of an Aquarius full moon, total lunar eclipse, and then we get your ruling planet home with you, and then we get all this infusion of reflection and energy in your 11th house in Leo, and how it's just kind of helping you go downstream and not be paddling upstream and fighting against the current. I don't feel that for Libra at all. There is a very simple energy here. I think that's so great for you. I think it helps you relax enough when you're not having to parse through all these things coming at you, that you can, first of all, just share your amazing personalities and your wit and all of those beautiful parts of yourselves, you know, your wit, your wry sense of humor, all these things that are so fun about you. I like thinking about you getting to share that and relax that. And with that as well, giving you the time and the energy to do some of this internal shedding, you know, a final bath, wash away the old version of yourself so that you can move forward into some really fertile territory. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps, and I rarely get goosebumps with Libra. I don't know why. And I'm getting them. So I'm excited for you guys. I'm really excited for you guys. I hope you have just a fantastic August. I would love to work with you. I'm setting up sessions for September and forward, and I would love to do some birthday readings or some pre-birthday readings with Librans out there, since we are, crazily enough, getting close to your season. Next month when I'm doing the readings, we're going to start dipping into the Libran energy. So that's really exciting. And so you can check out my website, SARAHTAROT.com. I'll leave all the info there. And also catch me on Instagram at the Sarah Tarot. I love to see you guys over there. It is so beautiful. I'm wearing PinkLune as always, and every month there's something new and different and exciting in her shop. Hand-hammered chandeliers, 15% off. I will leave that below. And of course, Jill Sands here with her beautiful artwork. I will leave her website below as well. I am sending you all the best this month. Have fun with it. Shine bright, my stars, and I will see you in September.